Hi, everybody. It is a few minutes after 8 on Monday, May the 8th. Whew, where did the weekend go? Anyway, we are here and I will, oops, echoed. Sorry about that. I still learning, trying to get it all right. Okay, let me grab this link so we can share it over so our friends on Facebook can find us. One of these days, I will figure out how to have this already done, but I appreciate your patience. So if you are watching it on the replay, skip past this point. I don't blame you at all. We are going to talk about some new in colors, and we are going to use the Circle Saying stamp set. All right there. Come on. Paste. There we go. Post. All right, I did forget to grab the punch that I'm going to use. 1 second. I think it's in here. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Then you got to see the whole messy shelf behind me. I am so sorry. One of these days, it'll all be cleaned up. So there's that. Okay. Yes, I know that it's being recorded. Okay, let's make that small so I can see the YouTube. Okay. All right, I think we're good. I can watch the comments on my other device right in front of me so that it won't be as noticeable. Okay, if you caught the replay, skip to this point, and I hope you had a great weekend. Hi, I'm Brenda Sellers, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Knoxville, Tennessee. I have been with Stampin' Up this time since January of 2019, so a little over 4 years, if my math is right. So I really enjoyed it, and I love sharing and doing, making crafts. I love sending cards. I love making people feel happy and feel appreciated, and just getting happy mail. I mean, who doesn't like a fun card in the mail? I'll take ugly cards in the mail. I just like getting cards. So there's that. Anyway, so what's happening in my little neck of the woods? Obviously tonight we're on live. Tomorrow night I have my have a team meeting with my upline, so that'll be fun. And then Thursday night is card class. If you haven't been able to register for that yet, since somebody just sent the email out yesterday or last night, go ahead and register. It's birthday cards. We focus on Thursday nights, the second Thursday of every month, unless the date has to change for unseen reasons. We focus on unforeseen reasons. We focus on birthday cards. You make 3 cards, or I'm sorry, 2 designs of 3 cards. I'll get it right. 3 designs, 2 each. There we go. Sometimes I have to make it visual for myself. So that's happening on May the 11th. And then on May the 13th, I'm going to be at the Boston Huff Spring Festival from 10 until 5. That is in Wares Valley. I know it's quite a drive from Knoxville, but if it's a pretty day, go enjoy the mountains. Stop by the festival. So there'll be a lot of vendors. She said she has a waiting list. So we should have a full little parking lot there. So should be fun. Let's hope the weather cooperates. I have not looked at it to see exactly what it's going to be doing. Got paper, I need to look, but try to wait till it gets a little bit closer because I don't want to worry myself too much. And then, of course, Sunday is Mother's Day. So I got some cute little gifts for Mom, and I'm sure all of the other vendors do too. And then next Saturday, the 20th, is our Kits and Sips at Panera Bread. Bring whatever you're working on. It does not have to be a paper pumpkin kit. It doesn't have to be a card kit. If you've got a stack of cards that you've been working on and you just need to take some time to get them assembled, come on and have fun with us. We craft a little while, we grab something to eat, we sit and visit. We're there for 2 to 3 hours. So we have a good time. And then the 27th, I'll be back at Wares Valley for the second of the 2 Boston Huff festivals. That one is also from 10 until 5. And then Monday, I know Monday the 29th is Memorial Day. I will probably either have my live or have a video to share. So I don't want you to miss any fun stuff. So there's lots and lots of good stuff going on. I personally don't have any specials this month, but also know that if you place a $50 order, I always send some bling because who doesn't like bling, right? So I could change it up. It could be some ribbon. It could be bling. It could be whatever. So my tendency right now is for every $50 order using my host code, you get something in the mail. And you always get a card. So thank you for everyone who has placed orders. I certainly appreciate it. All right, enough jibber jabbering because that's not why you tune in. Let me share my screen. Gotta figure out. I made that one small, so now it's not. I will have this set up so that I can see everything. Okay, we are going to use this stamp set. It is Circle Sayings. Let me move this little guy out of my way. I can't see. So this will come, you can get it as a bundle. And when you place a bundle order the very first time, that's 2 3/8. You get 10% off of the bundle, whatever bundle it is. And I don't know this price for this bundle right off, but 10% is here in Tennessee, it's tax, basically. So we're going to use this one tonight, and we are going to use some of our 6x6 designer series paper. This is from the 23 to 25 colors. So they have, I don't even know. 1, 2, 3. They have 4 pages of each design. I've already used that one. So that back of the stripes is big dots. The back of the hearts, this is boho blue, are these little funky lines. And then this is copper clay. And the big dots. So all of you can get if you order the designer series paper in the colors, this is the, like I said, the 23 to 25 in colors. So you're going to get 4 sheets of each design, front and back, obviously. And if you wanted the 21 to 23, is that what those are? If you want the Tahitian Tide and the Starry Sky, and those, they would come these same patterns. The color families, the brights, the bolds, the regals, and the neutrals come in these same patterns. So there's all 4 patterns that you get. So all of them, every year, every catalog year, they change the pattern of the 6x6 paper. So I like these this time. We are going to play with the copper clay. We're going to use that sheet, but I've got a scrap of it. Where did I put it? And we are going to use Moody Mauve, and I've got a scrap of that. We're going to use the back side, so we're going to use the stripies. I made this cute little card, one in each color, for our catalog launch on Saturday, and I thought those are easy cards. Let's do those tonight. So we're using Moody Mauve and copper clay. Pull those guys out of there. And we are going to use looking at my measurements. I may have to grab one of my cards so I know how wide they are. Okay. Start with our basic white cardstock. When you use basic white as a card base, it's always best to use the thick basic white. So let me grab a piece of thick basic white, and I've got that upside down. I am going to cheat and score the whole sheet at the same time. So basically you can make 2 cards at once. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. That's my cutting blade. I don't want to cut. I want to score. It's the lighter of the 2. So that's scored. And then I just turn it on the long side and cut it at 5 1/2. And that's done. And then we're going to get our Moody Mauve. And I'm going to cut that strip. It's 2 inches. I think I wrote it down somewhere. If not, I'm going to do that now. So it's 2 by 5. And then the designer series paper is 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. And that way I don't have to measure it again. So we're going to cut a strip of Moody Mauve, 2 inches. And that didn't, there it did. By 5. And I'm going to do the same with copper clay. These will go over here to be put in my scrap bins. And now we're going to use this side. So I want that to be 5 1/4. So we're going to cut it at 1 1/2 first. That way it preserves the rest of this. So if I want it longer, I can. So 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to do the same with the copper clay. I always do my cutting from the bottom up because it keeps the paper pushed into this little ledge right here. 5 1/4. Okay, now we are done cutting. And it is, oh, I needed scrap white, but we'll go ahead and put this part together first, and then we will make our design for the top. And I took my stuff to my friend's house yesterday and made cards. Let me grab my bone folder. There's that card base. My adhesive, we're going to use blue. So my adhesive is over there too, but I don't have to. This does not reach the top or the bottom. So you just kind of make sure that you've given yourself the same amount of space, top and bottom. And with the Tombow glue, you've got a little bit of wiggle room there. And I'm going to grab the copper clay piece. This one does reach the top and the bottom. So I'm going to make it be right flush at the bottom. I've got about the same amount of space on both sides. Just eyeball it. You don't have to be perfect. I cut that wrong. So we're going to slide it up. Glue. You can wiggle. You can slide. And that's still going to be cute. Okay. Now for our Moody Mauve piece. Again, the same amount of space, top and bottom. Push it down, let it sit for a second. Well, I did that one the same way. At least I was consistent. And I think we're done with the glues. Let me put the cap back on it. So about the same amount of space on both sides, about the same amount of space overlapping the top and the bottom. All right. Now let's grab a piece of basic white. And I need to cut it. Just makes it easier and I don't feel like I'm wasting the whole thing. All right, we are going to play with this and we're going to use this round one or that set of flowers. And with the photopolymer stamps, I always just lay them on the desk and let them reshape to what they need to. And on this one, I'm going to say, because you're awesome. We'll see if it'll fit in the center. All right, that way it can wiggle. And block. Block. I probably need to cut my circle out first. Let's punch it. We'll try. If it works, it works. If it don't, it's paper and it's got two sides, right? We'll come out of there. And grab our paper piercing mat because these are photopolymer. You want them to have some cushion underneath them. And grabbing the Moody Mauve first. This is a great time to show you. On the back of your stamp cases or your stamp pads, these are labels. What I usually do, which I have not done yet, is I take this one and I put it right here so that when it's in my storage, I can see what color it is by looking at the end. This year, Stampin' Up! Has started printing 2 of them in English. They may have some labels left over from last year, so they're trying to use all those first. So if you don't get one that's got 2 with English, there's one that's solid. And you can I always put it like right up here so that when my stamp pad is open, minus the extra little hair there, because that is so dark, I can't see what color it is easy. I have that strip right here. So I don't want to waste your time, but let me grab one and show you. Blackberry Bliss. This one only has 1 English and 1. So there's Blackberry Bliss and there's the solid strip so that when the stamp pad is open, you can see what color it is. Hope that helps. All right, let's get to stamping. I'm going to stamp this in the bottom of the circle. And then I'm going to stamp it around the top of it too. And see, they purposely made it so that it looks like it just links together perfectly. Just like that. Now I need to find my Stampy Scrub. Because we don't want to put that on copper clay. And we're gonna that'll fit in there. Because you're awesome. All right, close up. Moody Mauve, Moody Mauve. I'll get the words right. Lay that one to the side and copper clay. I like it. It's like a bronze color to me. All right, let's do the same thing with this one. Do it across the top first. Awesome. And I will tell you that red inks tend to stain your photopolymer stamps. It's just the pigment in them. They still stamp just fine, but it does tend to make them be a pink color. And this is a Stampin' Chamois. It does turn really ugly. You just wash it out with warm water. There we go. And keep it moist. If it dries out, it becomes hard as a brick. It's not hurt. You just let it sit in the water and it will reabsorb and be just fine. Okay, now I need to get the ribbons. These are, it says textured ribbon. I like the feel of it. And it was in my bin over there, so it unraveled quite a bit. I'm going to keep my angles going the same way. And that's not a pretty angle. Hang on. I'll put some adhesive on there. And do the same thing with our copper clay. Don't tell me those weren't Stampin' Up scissors, but they still work. Use whatever works good. Add some adhesive to the front of that. I'm saying use what you got. If you've got a stamp set that's similar to this, even if it's squares, do that. All right, now I'm going to grab some dimensionals. I want to see your designs. Go ahead and put them in the comments below this on Facebook so we can see what you are making. Because I'll just tell you, I borrowed this off of Pinterest. I cannot remember her name, but I loved her designs. So it's like, hey, we can make that. All right, Moody Mauve is laying right here. Let's clean the backings off. And stick it right there. Bring in copper clay. I love new dimensional packs because the backings come off so easy. I'm not spoiled. All right, and now let's grab some of the, let's see what these are called. In color dots. We're going to use copper clay because it's laying right here. The big one right there. I usually use my take your pick tool. It's in the bucket over there, and I just, scissors work too. Just need something to help hold it so I can get it where I want it. Because my fingernails are not long enough. I'm gonna put Moody Mauve on the Moody Mauve. I like saying that. These dots are gorgeous. Like, what else can I put them on? Stick that one down right there. Come on. All right, there are those two parts for tonight. Let me show you the ones that I did for Saturday. They are right here on my desk. See, you can use the stamp in there that has the circle all the way around and say celebrate and pop the cupcake inside there. You can celebrate whatever you want to with cupcakes, right? And this is actually, oh, that should have been cut at 5.5. That's where I messed up. So if you want it to look like this and go all the way to the top and the bottom, cut it at 5.5. Don't stop at 5.25. So there's petal, hang on. Petaled Path. Here's Moody Mauve with the hearts design and the cupcakes. This is Wild Wheat. And this is Boho Blue and Copper Clay. So you can just see the different, where's Moody? So it gives it a whole different look when you've got, use a different piece of designer series paper or a different stamp. So use what you got, play, have fun. Let me see if I can get this in this picture. There we go. Ish. That's better. So have fun. I hope you enjoyed tonight. If you want this as to do 5 cards, one of each design, I can send you the I can send it to you as a card kit. And I would be happy to do one of each of the 5 in colors. I will pick the designer series paper, but I'll do one of each of the in colors and I'll punch the circles, but I can't send stamped images in the mail. So there's that. If you want this as a card kit, place a $30 order and I'll get them to you. How's that? Have a good night. My host code will be linked in the comments. So use the host code. That way I'll know that you want this card kit tonight and I'll get it sent. Have a good night. Happy stamping. Let me find my mouse. Happy stamping. Let me stop sharing. So again, that special is if you place a $30 order between now and Monday, May the 15th, I will send you a card kit. It'll have 5 cards in it, one of each of the in colors, the new ones, with the designer series paper to go with it, and a punch circle and some gems to match it. And then you can put whatever you want on it. How's that? All right. Happy stamping. And I hope you have a great week. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Well, I thought bye for now. All right. Now it's bye for now. Have a good night. Have a good week. I hope you do something fun for yourself.